So today I want to share with you the places that I shop for used curriculum to make it more affordable for myself. And I'm going to break it down into 3 categories today. One will be used curriculum places that you can look for online. One is going to be places to look for in person. And then the last category is not going to be used. It's going to be the last 2 sites that when I cannot find something used and I need to buy it, these are generally the sites that are the most affordable. Welcome, thanks for joining me today as I share the places that I shop for used homeschool curriculum. If you have one that I have missed, please put it down below and let me know because I would love additional resources as well. Also, if you like this kind of content, please go ahead and like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So before we get started, I do want to mention, I was listening to Katie at Life in the Mundane, and she mentioned something that I thought was also worth passing on, and that is, it's a really good thing to support these homeschool curriculum publishers. So if you can afford to buy these things new, I would encourage that, just because they are supplying our homeschool communities with these things, and we want to keep them in business. So if you have the budget for that, or if you have charter school funding and you have the extra funds for that, I would encourage you to buy these things new rather than for searching them for secondhand used. But some of us don't have that kind of funding, don't have that budget, and for people like me who are really trying to do this on a very minimal amount, or as small as possible while still getting a very good education, then I'll share my places that I go to look for used curriculum. So like I said, I've broken this down into 3 main categories: places that I look for curriculum online, places that I look for curriculum in person, and then at the end I'll just mention the 2 sites that I go for new curriculum when I either want something brand new or when I can't find what I'm looking for used and I need the curriculum. So here goes. So online used, and I have some notes here so I don't miss things. My first place is thrift books, and I like thrift books because generally things are the quality they are said to be. I haven't really had a lot of bad surprises with them, and they do have homeschool resources on there. Sometimes they're not available. I would say it's hit and miss as to whether or not something's available, but often the prices can be pretty good there. Another thing I like about them is they have a rewards program, not just for your general shopper, though they have that, but they also have a teacher benefit, and it is accessible to homeschool teachers as well. If you want that, you need to get a homeschool teacher ID card, and there are places online that you can get those for free. I'll try to find one and link it below. And then once you have that ID card, they have a registration process on their website where you upload that card and they approve you for their homeschool teacher discount, which is basically if you buy 4 books in an order, they'll give you a 5th one free, which is great when you're making a lot of orders for either curriculum or read-alouds. This is a great place for novels, classics, any like reading books. I did have a little trouble when I uploaded my teacher ID card, and I ended up having to go onto their chat service, and they gave me some help and got it all sorted out, no problem. So check that out. Another place I go is Abe Books, and I will link all these sites below as well so that you can access them. They are frequently really, really well priced for used curriculum. There's a ton of it on there, and I regularly find what I'm looking for. Sometimes the shipping times can be long because often or not often, but not unfrequently, people will be shipping from England or something like that. And so it's not something I would order from last minute, but if you're ordering in advance, then check that out because they really do have good prices. eBay, another great place to look. People often sell their entire sets or individual books on there. Sometimes you can find some things that are being bid for at a really cheap price, but other times people are just trying to sell it outright, and you can find things for half, quarter price. It's definitely worth checking that out. Amazon. Not their new books, but if you go onto the book and then you look at their used prices, sometimes people are trying to sell that curriculum in good condition for a great price to get it out of their hands. So I would not overlook checking out Amazon and their used book prices. Another couple of places to look would be Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups. So not just the generic marketplace, although I generally search that as well because you never know. But if you're looking for something specific, check out that specific Facebook group. Sign into a couple of them, either their curriculum sale pages. If it's a well-known publisher, there's a lot of pages for a sale for The Good and the Beautiful or for master books or whatever. So get onto those particular pages because curriculum comes and goes fast on those. But also on the pages, if they don't have a particular page for selling, just join their generic group page because often people are trying to get rid of stuff there. So I would check out the specific groups applying to what you're looking for. If there's something in particular that you're hunting for, check those out. And then lastly, a place that I find used curriculum sometimes, and this isn't, they sell new and used, but I do check there for anything they have used, and that is Exodus Books. And they are a homeschool bookstore out of Oregon, Portland area, I believe. But they have an online presence and they sell a lot of new stuff, but they also have used options when it's in stock. And their prices are actually pretty decent. I would say they cut a significant chunk off depending on what it is, and their books are generally in good condition. They're somebody I trust and I've ordered from and haven't had problems with. So I would check them out as well and just see if they have what you're looking for used in stock. So those are my used online sources. Next would be the places that I look for curriculum in person. And again, this is less of if I need something right now because they're hit and miss. But if you're somebody who likes to shop for sales or likes to keep your eyes open for curriculum or likes to get things in advance, then these are places that I check when I'm in the area. So thrift stores, general thrift stores. I often find homeschool curriculum at Goodwill or whatever thrift stores in your area. Check their book section because not just for novels, but their education section will often have curriculum. And when they do, it's a steal of a price normally. Again, very hit and miss, not reliable, but if you're there, just take a peek because sometimes you can find some great deals. Garage sales are another one like that, especially if you live in an area that is popular homeschooling. There are tons of homeschooling curriculum going out on garage sales. So keep your eyes open for that during the summer. Used bookstores will often have an education section. So I would, again, check and see if you have used bookstores in your area, especially something like Half Price Books. They do, I know for sure, have a homeschooling section in theirs, but you can check what else is in your area. And then check and see if your area actually has a curriculum store, used curriculum store for homeschooling. I did not know that the Portland area had one. We used to live near that area. And I had no idea until I moved away and found this resource online. I was like, oh, they're located near that area. I wish I'd known. So look in your area, do some searching, ask around, see if you know if your area has any sort of homeschool curriculum store, because that is a great resource that you just may not hear about unless you actually go do some deliberate searching. Also, you may have curriculum sales in the area, and for that you may need to, again, join some like local Facebook groups, homeschooling moms, to see what happens. Just ask some questions, see if they're setting something up. But where we live, there is a homeschool convention nearby that has a used curriculum sale attached to it, but there's also one that just local homeschool moms do in the year, and they set it up and do it. And it's not super well published, but I found it, and it's a great place to buy used stuff. So I would check those out. And then lastly, and this isn't so much for purchase, lastly, I would say check your library, especially when you're trying to figure out if you are really interested in the curriculum or if it's something that you can just use for a short time, because often they actually have some of the homeschool curriculum. And if not in their actual catalog, see if you can interlibrary loan it, because I've looked for curriculum through our library that they didn't have, but I've asked for it for interlibrary loan and I've gotten it. And I've been able to check out and look and really see hands-on if I like it as much as I think I do, if it's worth buying or not. But along those same lines, often libraries will have book sales. And I have found homeschool curriculum at library book sales. So that's another in-person place just to keep your eyes open for. So those are the main places that I go for used curriculum. And then if I haven't found what I'm looking for, or I don't find it for a great price, or it's not that much better priced than new, and I need it, or if it's an item that I want new, because occasionally I run across those, the two sites that I would go to that consistently for me have the best prices for homeschool resources, curriculum, books, is Rainbow Resources and Christian Books. And they are very similarly priced. I would say, I think generally Rainbow Resources is a few cents cheaper, but sometimes Christian Books has great sales. And they also have an occasional like free shipping if you order 35 or more, but that's hit and miss. Whereas Rainbow Resources has free shipping on anything 50 or more. But they both consistently have really, really good prices. And every now and then their new book curriculum prices will be better than a used price because they're within $1 or $2 of what I'm asking or what I'm looking at. And then if it's that close, I'll generally go with it new. So check those out as well as a great resource. Hopefully this is helpful to you as we're coming up on end of this year, beginning of next school year, and people are starting to plan and look. And I know sometimes when you're shopping, especially for used, it's better to have time to kind of keep your eye open for sales rather than last minute. So hopefully this is helpful to you as you start the hunt. Please, again, if you have any recommendations or resources or knowledge of other places to go and look for used curriculum, please comment below and let me know. And I will see you again next week.